Hey guys, welcome to another audio commentary. You're listening to Vol, and I am commentating on a TSL game between G5, who is playing Protoss in this game, in the top right, yellow Protoss, and a Zerg player who I'm not too familiar with. I think his nick in this game is ssbt. We've got Teal Zerg being played by that guy down the bottom left. The map is Bluestorm, and straight away we've got a pylon coming down by G5, Protoss player, at his natural expansion, getting ready for a fast expansion in that area. Now, just before the game gets too far underway, I just want to say a few things about this commentary. It's on the Team Liquid Starleague, and what I will be doing in the near future is just commentating exclusively on TSL games. That's short for the Team Liquid Starleague, of course. And I really hope to see some great games coming out of this league. I'm participating in the league myself, but not in a serious capacity, just for fun. I don't think I will make it into the top 45. Of course, I'm like 400 out of 1,400 players. But really excited about this league, as a lot of people are. It's going really well, and it's a great chance to see some formal competition between foreign players, that is, foreign as opposed to the Korean scene, where everybody is very familiar with what's going on there with the televised matches. Anyway, G5's got a probe in the Zerg base. Hasn't actually gone for that second hatchery expanding it, instead gone for a quick gas and spawning pool. So just scouting around with that probe, trying to be as annoying as possible, and gathering plenty of information. But because Zerg's picked that fast build, ready to threaten with Zerglings coming out, here we see them being morphed in the eggs now, with 6 Zerglings showing up soon. Protoss is going for Forge first, with 2 photon cannons going down, so playing it really safe, just worried about those Zerglings running into his base and causing some damage there. But on the other hand, we've got drone preparing to get to the second hatchery, but this probe is not letting him. Now we've got the Zerglings out and putting down a pylon. Sorry, just got to get the terms right. You hear commentators messing it up all the time. It's just because when you're trying to talk fast, this happens all the time. Probe, put a pylon down. Probe has been destroyed. The pylon is now being attacked by the Zerglings, but he'll cancel it right before it dies, just to delay the hatchery for as long as possible and try and get a bit of an economic advantage going. In the meantime, we've got no Nexus yet. Here's the Nexus from G5. Protoss player putting the Nexus down, ready to get that fast expansion underway. So, interesting start to the game. Zerg player's been held back a bit, but he's going straight for the lair, so we're not seeing a third hatchery yet. It's quite often on this map, Bluestorm, for Zerg players to put a third hatchery at the mineral-only location above their main. And another probe coming out to scout around, just to get a bit more information. Really wants to see what the Zerg player is up to. What he wants to do, as I said, is just to find out whether the Zerg player has opted for a third hatchery, or if he's going for a quick lair as he is. But Zerg player doing a great job just fending this probe off. And he's got Zerglings at the ramp and at the small choke exit, just to stop the probe from sneaking in, and one Zergling to harass him. But the Zerglings are not speed upgraded yet, so they are not able to actually kill this probe. But oh my god, the probe's actually got past. Well done, Mr. Probe, sneaking into the Zerg base, but not quite. Zerglings managed to chase after him and destroy it. So well done by the Zerg player so far, managing to hide the fact that he's gone for a quick lair with only 2 hatcheries supported. And we're seeing another probe being sent out, and probes being transferred from the main base to the natural. Overlords sneaking past. Just to remind people, sometimes in my replays I do it at double time speed. This replay I'm not actually going to do that. I've got an epic game coming up, even though it's like 40 minutes long. This replay will be in single player speed. Single player speed, what do I mean by that? One time speed is what I'm talking about, fastest rather than double. And just back to the game here, the probe is trying to sneak around again. This is like the 3rd probe that he sent out to scout. G5 is really desperate to see what's happening, and you might have noticed he was putting down more photon cannons. He's just worried about Zerg player actually building up for a rush rather than taking up as usual. And probe sneaking around the back, trying to get in, and again the Zergling shut him down. And this is what's happening in the base. We've got Zerg player going for a Spire. And oh my god, G5 is determined to find out what is going on. He's sent in a Zealot walking through the choke, not very well defended there by the Zergling chasing after now, and just microing the Zealot just right. Is he going to get through? Oh, almost surrounded. Zealot actually makes it through to his base. Zealot finds a spire. He sees the lair, and once that starts happening, it looks like he's stopped micromanaging the Zealot, and it gets taken out. But the job is complete. Mission accomplished. He's actually found out that Mutalisks are coming in, and just in the nick of time, manages to get some photon cannons up, so he's going to be saved from that Mutalisk harass by the looks of things, and a Stargate going up. So Protoss G5 actually a double Stargate. Usually that's actually quite a good response to Mutalisks. So really in a strong defensive position at this point, but still Mutalisks have arrived. The photon cannons haven't actually finished warping in yet. Now they have, but those Mutalisks are going to try and pick off that photon cannon. Yeah, they've taken it out. So Mutalisks in a strong position to pick off some probes here. We've got a single Corsair showing up, and until you get several Corsairs, they're not really powerful enough to deal with a group of Mutalisks yet, but they are able to sort of stave them off a bit. It is handy to have at least one, and a lot of probes are going to be going down here, so Zerg player in a strong position to do some damage here, just carefully taking his time to snipe the probes, and he does need to actually get a few kills here though, because once more Corsairs show up, we've got 2 now, once more Corsairs show up, he's not going to be able to do very much more damage against those probes. And it looks like we've got, another pylon there. Just really wants to bring the pylons around, get the photon cannons coming in. Scourges now. Will they be able to do it? Yeah, Scourge has managed to take out a Corsair, so this is actually quite good play by Zerg. We've actually stopped mining. G5 has had to move his probes back significantly from the mining operation. So now that there's another photon cannon, maybe we'll eventually see an end to this harass, but it's just going really well by Zerg player here. Just skimming around the top and just doing some damage before the Corsairs build up. Corsairs now shooting down an Overlord, so yeah, it's just unfortunate our Zerg friend hasn't actually moved the Overlords out well in advance, and that's just a bit of a pain, really. And double Stargate always gets them. Starport, Stargate always get them mixed up. Terrans have Starports, Protoss have Stargates, as everybody knows. Now, looks like Spire researching armor for Mutalisks, so it could be a fairly long-term strategy that the Zerg player will be using air units. Citadel of Verdun going down now, I think, either just to upgrade Zealot speed or actually move into some Dark Templars. Dark Templars would be really nice at this point, given the fact that he's managed to get a huge Corsair force thanks to those 2 Stargates, and just shooting down the Overlords out of the sky. Really great setting for some Dark Templars, but once again, Zerg player really opting for an air-heavy strategy in this game. You can see a lot of Scourges coming in, plenty of Mutalisks. It's got, looks like one evolution chamber going down just to supplement them with the ground forces, or to probably more likely to get spore colonies just in case these Corsairs show up in his base to shoot down the Overlords. But Corsair's having to make a break for it to the safety of the photon cannons. He sees that his Zerg opponent has got a lot of air units, a lot of Scourge, and things are going to be difficult for him if he runs into those Scourge. So he's going to have to be very careful with this Corsair group. As long as you've got enough Corsairs and you micromanage them well, then there's not too much difficulty from Zerg air units. But it's easy to make a mistake and actually lose quite a lot of units at once. We've got, looks like an expansion being prepared at the 12 o'clock position for the Zerg. Yeah, expansion down, creep colony going down, I'm not sure. Another expansion going at the 6 o'clock position. Zerg is in a fairly strong position at the moment, whereas G5, the Protoss player, is contained in space. Not sure if you saw that, but he's upgrading air weapons, and he's building Dark Templars, as I thought he might have been. And I'm not sure if you noticed as well, he's actually killing one of the photon cannons in his natural, just to make room for units to get out. And fair enough too, he doesn't need so many photon cannons at this point. And building high Templars, and upgrading Sonic Storm. And we've got a fight breaking out here with the Corsairs shooting down those Overlords, but it could prove costly to him because Zerg player has now got a spore colony up, and oh my god, Corsairs coming in from all angles, flanking the Scourge is coming in from all angles, flanking the Corsairs and actually taking out a few. So that's, as I mentioned, Protoss player got to be really careful about that. But now Dark Templar sneaking into the expansion. I think he might have chopped a few drones out, and now of course is coming in to back them up. He realizes that those Dark Templars are not going to last very long once that Overlord makes it over there and destroyed one of the Templars. But the other one is in the corner. Why is he pulling the Overlord back? You got to move the Overlord back towards the Dark Templars. Maybe he's afraid. Oh my God, Scourge